sure what he needs to do. Okay. Good morning, all. Welcome to the West County Mayors and Supervisors Association regular meeting of July 25th, 2024. And let's see, we will start with public comment. Do we need, I think we should probably start with, oh no, we'll start with roll call. And are you ready to take that?
Sure.
Or
do we want to do the Pledge of Allegiance, or are we going to? We do have that listed at the very top
the agenda.
there.
Yes, let's go ahead and do the
Thank
pledge.
you.
Thanks.
Stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Yes.
Thank you all. Roll call or self-introductions.
John Joya, Contra Costa County, and I see Brandon from Supervisor Glover's office is here too.
Oh, hi, Brendan. Go ahead.
Patricia Ponce, Mayor, City of San Pablo. Good morning, everyone.
And good morning. I'm Maureen Toms, Mayor of Pinole. And it doesn't look like we have any of the other mayors online. So we will move on to communications from members of the public. Are there any public speakers today? Okay, seeing none, we will start with item next is presentations and reports, and that's Contra Costa Leadership Academy, Frank Benest, and we do have Frank online. Welcome, Frank.
Good to be with you this morning. If I may, I'll just launch into a little presentation about the Contra Costa Leadership Academy, and then I'll take any questions or comments from you all. My name is Frank Benest. I'm the former city manager of Palo Alto. I'm one of the co-directors of the Contra Costa Leadership Academy with Pamela Miller and Vanja Rose. The three of us direct this academy, plus three other leadership academies in the Bay Area, including a leadership academy for local governments in Alameda County, local governments in Sacramento Valley, and local governments in Marin and Sonoma County as well. So we operate four of those academies. The Contra Costa Leadership Academy was formed over 10, 12 years ago by the City Managers Association of Contra Costa, the Public Management Association of Contra Costa County. The Contra Costa Leadership Academy currently serves 22 local government agencies. And it's based on the premise that it's the soft skills that produce the hard results in local government. There was a survey and research done by the International City County Management Association just before the pandemic. We surveyed over 250 city managers, department heads, HR directors, and held 11 focus groups across the state. And the number one development need of professionals moving up in local government was leadership and communication skills. So that is the focus of the Leadership Academy. The goals of the Academy are several. Number one, to create a cost-effective talent development program for all the participating jurisdictions, to enhance the leadership skills and capacities of the participants, to assist the participant agencies in their succession planning efforts, and to offer employees positive learning opportunities and motivating experiences. All the research indicates that accumulated professionals tend to stay as long as they're learning and growing. So we find that the Leadership Academy really helps our local government agencies retain its talented staff because it focuses, of course, on learning and growing. Now, there are four components to the curriculum. Number one is in-class presentations, small group exercises, and discussions and networking among the professionals. The participants, in addition to enjoying the curriculum, they also very much appreciate getting to know professionals from other agencies and growing their network. So when they have an issue, they can reach out to somebody and find out what other agencies are doing. So number one is sort of the in-class instruction. The second component to the curriculum are several leadership and communication style assessments. The third component is one-to-one coaching. Every participant is matched up with a senior leader from a local government, and they have a number of development conversations, coaching conversations over the 7 months. The academy meets once a month for 7 months. And then the fourth and final component is team projects addressing real-life challenges identified by the City Managers Association with a presentation to the City Managers Group at the end of the project. So the City Manager Groups identify real-life challenges, and the Academy identifies a number of teams, and they do consulting on these issues. For instance, how to use artificial intelligence to improve local government customer service, or how do we improve onboarding and talent retention efforts? Or how to develop a policy for drone use in the community. So real life issues and the Academy participants do consulting and present their recommendations to the City Managers Group. Now, some of the topics addressed over the 7 months, again, once a month we meet, are self-awareness, emotional intelligence, and the essentials of leadership, building high-performance teams, because we do everything in teams, of course, in local government, communicating for success, engaging in crucial conversations, value-based leadership, identifying your leadership strengths, talent development and coaching, and political astuteness. So again, the big premise is that we hope to enhance the people skills, the interpersonal skills, the soft skills to produce the hard results as we move forward. So I'll be happy to take any of your questions. Be happy to take any comments from the mayors and the supervisors or from anybody else.
Thank you for that report. A very interesting organization that you have there. Who is your sponsor?
The sponsor is the Public Management Association of Contra Costa, the City Managers Association.
I got it.
And that every participating agency has a member on the organizing committee. And the organizing committee shapes the academy, approves the budget, approves the curriculum, approves the participants. Typically, we have about 36 participants from the 22 local government agencies that participate. And each of those agencies have a senior person who sits on the organizing committee and makes sure that the Leadership Academy responds to the needs of the participating agencies.
And then do you cross county lines, or do you open it up to special districts at all?
Yes. Well, first of all, it's only for local governments in Contra Costa County, number one. And that includes cities, the county, and some special districts.
Okay, great. I'm going to pass it on to other members here. Supervisor Joya?
Hi, Frank. John Joya. Good to see you.
Good to see you.
Frank and I have worked together on the CSAC Institute board, which is an institute for county government folks. Frank, is there there's some written materials on this to get out? I didn't see any. And
If you'd like, I can send you the flyer.
yeah, I think that's helpful to send, and just so it's.
Okay.
I assume it's publicized at the Contra Costa Mayor's Conference, and each of the cities and the county can publicize all of these things. Who's actually funding it? The Public Managers Association, the cities?
And it's funded by the local government agencies, so that it's about $2,500 per participant. It's paid for by the participating agency, and it covers 7 full days of instruction. It covers the one-to-one coaching. It covers the team project participation and all food and beverage. It's basically it's a shared service model. In other words, that the participating agencies, they provide a venue, a facility, AV, any other, they operate the website. So everybody participates to drive the cost down. So $2,500 for 7 months of instruction per participant, including food and beverage, by the way, for all the participants is a pretty good cost.
Thank you.
Okay. Mayor Ponce, any questions?
No, I was going to ask if this was available online or it's only in person. Did we lose him?
I don't know if you heard that question. Do you offer any remote participation for the classes?
Well, during the pandemic, we did remote instruction, but we find that to really accelerate the development of the folks, which is the aim of the academy, it's really a lot more effective in person. So we do not offer remote participation.
Okay, thank you. No further questions.
Thank you. Any public comments or questions of the audience? Can you come on up? We have our school board member, our school board president, Jamila Smith-Folds.
Thank you. Do I need to turn it on? Oh, there it is. Thank you. Good morning, everyone. My question would be, looking at your data, are you seeing an increase in Black female participants in your training? And what about those of other BIPOC populations? I'm complete.
Question, thank you. One of the things that the organizing committee, first of all, a slight majority of the participants are female. One of the goals of the organizing committee is to have a diverse cohort. And so one of the things we do, once the cities and the counties and special districts, the participating agencies, identify their proposed participants, the organizing committee reviews the participants and makes sure that it's a diverse group in terms of gender, in terms of disciplines, in terms of ethnicities. We find that it's a much more enriching experience if there's a very diverse group. And so it's one of the big focuses of the organizing committee to make sure it's a diverse group.
Okay, thank you. Thank you for that question, and I'll just turn to online. I don't see any raised hands. Are there any folks online that have any questions? And we do have Cheryl Sudeth. Can we move her to so that she can ask her question? Go ahead. Oh, you need to unmute yourself, Cheryl.
I got it. Thank you. Good morning. I understanding the answer to the last question. I actually wasn't going to speak, but understanding the answer to the last question, I think that is just as important to me. I heard the presentation for Alameda County. What is the makeup of the instructors?
Of the instructors?
Yes,
Okay.
sir. The instructors and the presenters.
Okay,
Because I know
instructors.
that's just as important as
Okay.
who attends the courses.
Okay, good question. Thank you. The instructors are, well, the three of us are the co-directors. We're the principal instructors. all of us come with a long history in local government, as well as expertise in expertise in adult learning and in training. There are, of course, I'm an Arab Jew from, my family's from Lebanon. The two other co-directors are female instructors, Pamela Miller as well as Vanja Rose. One of the efforts that we have made over the past, I don't know, 7, 8, 9 years, in the past number of years, is to ensure that the guest presenters come and they present their career journeys, and they also present case studies, which are then critiqued and debriefed by the participants. And one of our efforts has been to make sure that all the presenters, the guest presenters, are a diverse group. And so we have gone out of our way to make sure that particularly the guest presenters are very diverse in all kinds of ways. That's a very much of a stated goal of the Academy.
Okay, thank you. If there's no other questions, we will thank Mr. Bennett for your presentation. I think it was very informative to all of us here. So again, thank you.
Sure.
We appreciate your time.
Okay, thank you very much. Bye-bye.
Okay, we will move on to agenda item number 4 under general business. Item A is approval of the minutes from May 23rd.
Wait, do we have we don't have a quorum though, do we? What's a quorum here?
Well, there's 6 members. Oh, go ahead, City Clerk.
Oh, 6 members. I was going to ask, do you want to hold these for the next meeting?
We can hold them.
Yep, I'll bring them back.
1, 2, 3,
Yeah.
4, 5. Oh, 6. So there's technically 6. Okay, so it's either one of the supervisors and then the 5 mayors. Is that how it works? Not, okay. So then we need 4.
Yeah,
So we only have 3.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah, so we'll hold those over.
got it, okay.
Okay, the next item on the agenda is a discussion of the wildfire management MOU. This item has been on our agenda, I think, the last 3 meetings. There is a brand-new organization that has just started, and there's a new name. We finalized the name, and we are calling ourselves the East Bay Wildfire Coalition of Governments. Currently, there is a representative from Alameda County, City of Berkeley, Contra Costa County, City of El Cerrito, City of Oakland, City of Richmond, Rodeo Hercules Fire Protection District, and Pinole joined last month. I understand that the City of Hercules may have approved the MOU to join for our next meeting. I wanted to share that at the last meeting we had several presentations, and including from all of the fire chiefs of all of the jurisdictions in Contra Costa and Alameda County. They did come up with their common mission for their work and then the work of the new coalition. And that's a coordination of fire codes, coordination of vegetative management, to seek funds for wildfire risk mitigation, and supporting the coordination of wildfire evacuations and response cross boundaries. As we know that we have one of the highest risk areas is going to be in the Berkeley, Oakland Hills. That crosses jurisdictions into Contra Costa County in Kensington and El Cerrito areas, and then all of the East Bay Hills, really. So working on coordination in that area. And then, of course, to influence legislation to mitigate fire risk. This group is, has hit the road running. There is an effort to have a lobbying meeting in 2 weeks up in Sacramento with members of the coalition going up and lobbying our representatives up there. And then we are looking also, or, the entire organization is looking at providing a response model to fires and to assist in the prevention of fires. We had a presentation at the last meeting, again, from representatives from the fire chiefs, kind of going over the common strategies. One of the strategies that they're working on expanding is the zero zone. The zero zone will be the from 0 feet to 6 feet around your structure, because when there's a fire, you're going to have the flying embers that will hit a structure and then drop to the base of the structure, and making sure that there's no ignition of the structure at the 0 foot area from the structure. So that's something that's really going to be pushed out a lot. And I did ask the presenter where we would find information that we can get out to our public. And all of the fire districts or fire departments have that information on their websites. So all of us can push out that information, as does the various fire districts push out that information for our residents. And then I would also, I want to also indicate that we had a very good presentation from folks from the from an organization, including Sierra Club, that talked about when you do mitigation and you take weeds out, that sometimes you're going to take too much out. And then what grows up in its place might be worse than what you had to begin with. So they talked about when you bring goats in and they do weed abatement, that it might come down to taking it out to the roots. So the next set of plants that are going to grow in its place might be worse. So there's got to be a balance as far as how you do taking out the weeds. So very good presentations, and I will pass it on to Supervisor Joya to see if he had anything to add to the recap of the work that we're doing in that area.
Thanks, Mayor, for the comments. I think that summarizes the work. But let me just say, I think for a long time there's been this ongoing discussion of having all the jurisdictions along the East Bay Hills work more formally together, city government, county government, fire districts. Not that fire districts don't already work together, they do. But this gives the electeds a chance to discuss initiatives and strategies that we could all work on together, and hopefully strengthen our position to get grants, grants that are used for wildfire prevention. And there are some funding sources, interestingly enough, and it'd be nice if our region could really support more of that. Berkeley has actually a tax measure which they use for wildfire prevention. Contra Costa has Measure X, where we've allocated funding, several million a year, also for wildfire prevention, vegetation management, things like that. So there may be things we could do in terms of codes that deal with construction of or remodeling of homes. Some of that already exists, but there could be more. So we're just getting started, having a number of informational presentations. But this region, really from Hercules Pinole down the East Bay Hills towards San Leandro, is vulnerable. We're also seeing a lot of insurance cancellations. In fact, Orinda had like the highest number in the state of insurance cancellations. We're seeing it in other communities as well. And so I think it's a good formal gathering, and we'll see where this leads.
Okay, thank you for that. With that, are there any public comments, questions? Okay, seeing none, we will move on to items for future meetings. Are there any items for future meetings requested?
Well, I had one, but unfortunately, we don't have a quorum. but I'm still gonna go ahead and stay with the, what I would wanted to have set on the agenda for next meeting. But we will talk to each mayor separately. Because we don't have a quorum.
But did you want to say something generally?
I
Yeah,
did,
that'd be
yeah.
good. Yeah, I know I did get a communication from the city, and filling us in publicly for everyone would be good. Yeah.
Yes. So what I wanted to request was an action, consider sending an action letter of concern regarding a proposed mega casino project being planned for Scotts Valley Mega Casino and Tribal Housing Project in Vallejo, California. The purpose is that this mega casino project is 60 miles away from I-80 freeway in Vallejo, and the environmental assessment being conducted by the U.S. Department of Interior and BIA officials is inadequate in attempting to fast-track its approval under NEPA. San Pablo sent a 5-page letter to BIA on July 22nd, outlining our concerns over the significant social, economic, and environmental impacts associated with this mega casino project. Under BIA, to conduct a full comprehensive environmental impact statement and how it directly impacts the local region without any substantial or meaningful engagement with public stakeholders, other tribes, and local communities, including San Pablo, who are directly impacted by this project. The project description is as follows. This mega casino project involves over 2 million square feet of building, including casino gaming, multiple restaurants, and over 4,000 parking spaces contained in an 8-story building situated on an undeveloped hillside that is largely zoned just for open space in Vallejo. If the mega casino project is fast-tracked by the Department of Interior and BIA officials, it would set a new unprecedented process for rubber stamping a gaming facility and fee trust applications without input from affected tribes and other stakeholders who are directly impacted by this project. Major impacts to the city of San Pablo and its delivery of critical municipal services to our community will result in a disruption or a domino effect to surrounding West County cities in our district. Number 1 region, including funding for existing city partnerships and county-provided services provided through city general funding operations budget, which slated to lose between $8 million to $10 million annually from Casino San Pablo. The city receives nearly 65% of its annual general fund revenues from Casino San Pablo. San Pablo Light and Casino is projected to lose nearly 20% of its annual casino revenue for the future development of this mega casino project in Vallejo. So we are in opposition of this, of course, and some other federal and local representatives are as well. And this is why I wanted to bring it up. And unfortunately, like I said, we don't have a quorum, but we will be contacting each mayor separately to see if we can have support in a joint letter or individual letters of support against this project.
Thank you for that. And I see that your city manager, Matt Rodriguez, has his hand up, and I'd like to call
Sure.
on him
Thank you.
now. So. Good morning, Mr. Rodriguez.
Good morning. Can you hear me?
Yes, we can.
Thank you. So I just wanted to echo our San Pablo Mayor Patricia Ponce's comments on this matter. And even though we can't formally discuss it or move this item for potential West County manager consideration next month, we're not asking for opposition letters. What we're asking for is just a letter of concern from all of our West County cities, including County Supervisor Joya, to just press the Department of Interior and BIA officials to do a full comprehensive review of this mega casino project under NEPA. They've basically got an environmental assessment out for a 30-day public review, and that was just recently extended to August 22nd for comments. And we're asking all local elected officials and those parties who are affected by this mega casino to ensure that the BIA and the Department of Interior do their due diligence, do a full comprehensive environmental impact statement for this project, and to take time to have a meaningful engagement with the public. The city of Vallejo hasn't had an opportunity yet to comment on this, and I'm in direct contact with Vallejo city officials on this. One who is the former Pinole city manager, who's now the Vallejo city manager, and they're also asking for additional time to evaluate the significant environmental impacts associated with this project. BIA has its own process for these types of gaming applications, and hopefully they'll do their due diligence and not fast track this project. We're concerned because if this goes forward without any mention of recompense or enforcement for other affected tribes who oppose this project, not just the Littons, but it could have a detrimental effect on a number of communities. And we're concerned about our existing city and county partnerships here in West Contra Costa County. Of course, that could mean a detriment and impact to a number of services, including county fire and EMS, library, animal control, our partnerships with the other cities, with CAT RMS services, homeless outreach services, a number of different services that are provided directly to our city and surrounding jurisdictions. So we're soliciting support just to advise the Department of Interior and BIA to do their due diligence and to continue to completely evaluate this proposed mega casino project, given the fact that these take years, but we'd like to get on record. There has been significant pushback since July 22nd from the U.S. congressional delegation here in Contra Costa and Solano. That includes Congressman Garamendi, Thompson, Huffman, as well as Senator Alex Padilla already. So we are working with our lobbyists to address our concerns with other important elected officials in the region. So thank you.
Okay, thank you for bringing that to this group, both of you. Can I request that you send a link to the NEPA document and maybe a copy of your letter that you sent to the Department of the Interior to our city clerk so that she can send that out to all of us?
Yes, I'm in process right now of sending this on behalf of Mayor Ponce to each mayor, and we'll copy Heather as well, just so it's on your radar so you can consider it. And we'd be happy to do some individual follow-up meetings regarding our concerns to explain a little bit more of what we're requesting.
That would be great. Thank you.
Thank you, Matt.
Okay, so I think that was under mayors and supervisors' time. Are there any other items for mayors and supervisors? Okay, the only thing that I have is that at the end of August, we will be welcoming a new city manager. Kelsey Young is coming to Pinole. She's currently finishing up her work in Oregon, in Sweet Home, Oregon, and we expect to have her start here in Pinole on August 26th. So we do look forward to introducing her to all of you.
We're going to welcome her to her new sweet home
Yes,
in Pinole.
that's right. That's right. So
Great name of a city. I saw that. Yes.
we look forward to having her. So with that, if there's no other items, we will adjourn to our August 22nd, 2024 meeting at 8:30 here in the council chambers.
Thank you so much.
Okay. I will not be here, just so you know. Unfortunately, I'm going to be helping with my daughter back to college in San Diego. So, I mean, it is I mean, I could, if I want to participate, I could put my location, I think, and participate from there. Maybe I'll do that, because it'll be in the morning. I'll give you that location. How's that? Sit somewhere, yes, at a cafe. I'll do that. Okay.